Morning, Soul Family. Okay, I'm taking a second to allow my headset to charge. I just went for a walk. Look at outside. I can't get to work yet while it's charging, so I thought I would do our reading and, as I said, start out here because I'm actually I'm cooling down right now. I was hot. Went for a walk. I wanted to tell you about the stuff that I find when I'm on my walking meditations. First of all, this morning I was talking to my friend, and she's feeling really bad about her life and herself and her physicality. And she's telling me how her husband tells her, you know, she's beautiful and how much he loves her. And she says, "You just say that because that's what you're supposed to say." Hummingbird. Hi. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't know if you guys caught that, but that was incredible. Ruby-throated hummingbird right in the air. You will accomplish what may seem impossible to yourself and to others. Okay, so anyway, she's telling me, and she had shown a picture of herself in a bathing suit, and God, man, her body was incredible. I looked at her and I thought, wow, you know, this past while, how I've gone through so much with my adrenal failure when I wasn't eating properly because of being a vegetarian. I didn't know what I was doing, and of course all the stress and worry that I was going through because of what was going on with my twin, and I let my body just go to hell. And then I started getting back and, you know, again, doing what I was supposed to do. And physically I was feeling fine, but because of the adrenal failure, my skin on my cheeks, it's gotten, you can see it, I'll show it to you. It's like crepe. It's ridiculous. It isn't age. It isn't about old age. It happens, I know. But this happened overnight. And I haven't been able to get it back, and it's humiliating for me, you know? People can't see it, and I know people look at me and think, you know, whatever they're going to think. I know how to hold a camera so it looks good. I know how to take a picture so it looks good. So Sandy and I are both talking back and forth about ourselves, you know, and I said that she needs to be grateful for the fact that she has a husband who, I said, he looks at you and he does see you that way. He loves you. He loves you. And it's the truth. And you need to believe him. And you need to be grateful that you've got somebody there that loves you so much for who you are. But he really does see you. And I said, the fact is, you do look amazing. You look freaking amazing. I said, I look at you and I think, wow, I got to get my ass up and get working again. But I've been so tired, you know. When you get down, you get exhausted and you don't do what you're meant to do. And I just have been really tired, you know, when I went through what I did with Lily, and I was up so much in the night and not sleeping. And then I've been trying to work so much. And anyway, excuse after excuse, but it's the truth, you know. We get to the point where we're just overextended, we're exhausted, and we can't fucking move. We can't do anything what we need to do for ourselves, you know. We do for everybody else, we don't do it for ourselves. And I told her about when I went out with that guy and how he told me, I told you guys this before, you know, that you have the most beautiful face I've ever seen, and I didn't believe him, looked away. And how he told me, I'm going to say this to you until you believe it. And that's what her husband said to her. And I said, you have to believe it. It's the truth. And I did believe what he told me. It's us. We've got a misconstrued perception of who we are and what we look like. And I said, I understand that we all are hard on ourselves. We all are, you know. And there's things that we can do about it, and there's some things that we can't do. Like for me, with what happened with the adrenal failure, what happened to my skin, I haven't gotten it back, and I don't know, maybe I won't, you know, which is really upsetting to me. But as far as my body, I'm looking at her body, and it looks amazing. Well, it doesn't look amazing because she sits on her ass. And yes, I'm tired, but I thought, you know what, I'm awake right now. Instead of lying here in bed crying about this, I'm going to get my ass up, and I did. And I started, you know, it's cooler weather, and I did my walking meditation like I used to do. And I got to tell you, the back of my ass was hurting going up and down the hill, so I know the muscles weren't used. They were atrophied because I wasn't using them. And you know that once you start doing it, you get the energy back, right? So as I'm walking along, I see my animal messengers, right? I look at them, and the first one I see is the grosbeak. And the grosbeak feeds on the weeds and clears away, you know? And so it's telling you that you're supposed to clear away whatever it is in your life that's in the way. That you know, clear that up first before you can move on to the next thing, right? So that's me, clearing away what the problem is. So, well, I'm going to do what I'm capable of doing. I can't do anything about this. I'm eating right. I'm drinking, you know, water with chia seeds in it. I'm using proper creams and stuff. But, you know, it comes in, it's internal, you know. And it's maybe a turnover. It's kind of like the lake when it turns over, right? And maybe this, I keep praying that this is going to shed off and my fresh skin's going to be back. But it may never come back because it's kind of like somebody who's been an alcoholic or they've been a drug addict and, you know, they've abused themselves and it's done damage and you can't fix it. You can get back to a certain part, but there's scars, right? So I've scarred myself because of not eating properly and allowing myself to be so overwhelmed and so stressed out and worried about my twin when I didn't even know what was going on, you know, my body just broke. So, but what could I do? I could walk and I could get my body back into shape, and fucking hell, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not gonna stop, and I'm gonna do it. So I'm walking along and I see something catches my eye, and I go down to the water's edge and I grab it. And look what it is. Remember I said I was so excited about that it was getting cooler weather and I got to wear my Panther sweatshirt, my blue Panther sweatshirt, and I said that I was the Panther? This is me. I don't know if you guys noticed the other day, I posted a picture of when my Uncle Phil and I went to, I think it's Weecock Waterfall. I don't know, we were waterfall hunting. And we went to the waterfalls, and we were walking through a park at the end of the day, and I walked up to these two little metal horses, like little rides in the kids' playground. And I said, oh, look how adorable, there's two of them. And then you see the one, you know, it looks like they're chasing the other. And I walked up and I said, oh, look, he's so shiny. He's bright and shiny, and he's coming after her. And she said the shit kicked out of her because he was all painted fresh, and she was me. And I realized that's me. And I looked at this soccer ball, you know, and it's had the shit kicked out of it, right? There's not much air in it, right? It's got tears here, tears here, and it was waterlogged, which is crying, emotion, heavy emotion, soaked in this ball. I took it because it's actually was in a place where there were no houses and there's no way. I mean, it probably fell out. Somebody dropped the ball, basically. They dropped the ball. That's me. I dropped the ball, and I picked it up because I saw it float towards me, and it was sitting there on the edge of the water. It didn't float towards me, actually, it was there. It was sitting on the edge of the lake, which is where I am, sitting on the edge of the lake, right? Waterlogged, had the shit kicked out of me, torn up. But this is me. I am the Panther. And if you know anything about the Panther totem, I'm going to put the Panther totem with this message. I can put air back in this ball, and it doesn't matter that it's got tears on the outside. You know, we all get beat up in life. All of us get beat up in life. And it could be physical, like what happened with my skin. It could be emotional. You've had the shit kicked out of you, you know? And what are you going to do about it? Are you going to just sit there on the edge of the water, waterlogged, feeling sorry for yourself? Or are you going to fucking pick yourself up and do what you can to get moving? You know, I always see hummingbirds. Everywhere I go, I see hummingbirds. And we just saw one just now, the ruby-throated hummingbird. And as I was walking along, I saw this beautiful hummingbird, and I was watching it when I was down by the lake, down by the lake house down there. I go on like a 3-mile up and down the hills hike, and I go down around the clubhouse. And so I was down there walking this way, and there was this beautiful bush with all these flowers, and this hummingbird was, and I smiled. There goes another one. When he comes back, I'll show you. But he was going around from flower to flower to flower, and I thought, you know, I do say to you guys all the time that the hummingbird says that you will accomplish what might feel impossible to yourself as well as to others. Now, think about me. I said to Sandy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this back, but the power of intention is very, very strong. So I'm going to believe that this is shedding off, and as I get myself in a more healthy mental state of mind, my skin will come back. Because this, like I said, this wasn't aged. Look at this. This happened from, I had an adrenal failure. I did it to myself. And I know I said to you, I think I probably said to you guys before, in a dream, I told my twin, I guess, what I'd been going through, what had happened. And he said, I didn't do that to you. You did it to yourself. And it was true. I did it to myself. I allowed that to happen to myself. So no matter what we're going through, or people in our lives are going through, we can't save them. We can't stop what's going on. And it can be excruciating. You know, what I watched him go through was horrible. I went through it too, because as twins we're connected. So what he went through emotionally or mentally or physically, I don't know, because I haven't got him here to ask. I went through it. I literally went through it, everything too, and it affected my body. And my responsibility was to take care of myself. I couldn't help him but I could help me, and I allowed myself to go through it. And now maybe because of twins, you know, we've got that connection energetically and it just happens. But when you have somebody in your life that's going through something, we got this yesterday, we can't save them. That person that was drowning, remember, and was trying to hold on to that person, maybe energetically, maybe physically in your life, somebody is going through something just really, really horrible, and you keep trying to save them, but they have to save themselves. You can't do it for them. No matter how much I love my twin, I couldn't do it for him. He has to do it himself. Emphasis, right? And I had to do it myself. And like I said the other day, when what happened to me, when I realized it wasn't coming back, and that was the worst thing that could happen to me, but it happened. And I'm gonna get up the next day, or I'm gonna sit there and be depressed and go and get further and further down into the hole, or I'm gonna take action and I'm gonna take control over what I can change about my life. The hummingbird won't accomplish what may seem impossible to itself or to others if it just sits there in its nest and doesn't leave. If you see the hummingbirds, they're always moving, they're flying, they're going from flower to flower, they're doing what they can, they're busy. Keep moving, keep moving. Don't allow your depression and sadness or the past to hold you down so that you're not moving forward in your life, so that you completely break yourself down, because a mental abuse, this is you mentally abusing yourself, it will physically take its toll. It will physically take its toll. So pick up the ball, get moving in whatever it is that you need to do, whatever it is, little steps at a time. And you know, you could say, you don't understand, I've got 2 broken legs, I can't get out of bed. Yeah, you know what you can do? You can lift your arms. You can use arm weights. There's always something that we can do. I'm exhausted. I don't sleep very well. I've been through a lot, but I'm standing here and I'm strong, and I went out there, and the more that I go out there and do that, the stronger I'm gonna get. It's still only like 9, it's not even 9 o'clock right now. Instead of lying in bed feeling sorry for yourself, scrolling through your Facebook app or playing a video game or doing whatever you're doing, get up. You're up, you're awake already. You're up, so go do something, right? Look at Lily. Yeah? Yeah? Right, baby? She went through hell, right? She went through hell and she almost died. Yeah, she almost died, but I took care of her. I loved her. And look I'm gonna show you guys, look at her tummy. She's stressed, she's got post-traumatic stress, and she's literally ripped the hair out of her body. But I don't give up on her. I'm loving her, and I'm giving her the attention that she needs, right? And look at her biting me. Look at her biting me. I am spirit, and this is me. And spirit doesn't give up on me and keeps giving me advice and keeps telling me the things that I need to do to help myself to get better, right? And even if I bite and I get mad and I'm angry because things don't work out the way I want when I want them, they don't give up on me. I've got my team, right? So when I look at Lily, I'm not going to give up on her. I told you I had to move, and I said I'm not leaving her behind, period. I won't leave her. And spirit won't leave us behind either. It's okay, baby. And you know what? I have to be gentle with her. She's been through a lot. She's had the shit kicked out of her. Right? She's me. And maybe she gets cranky. And maybe she says, she bites. You know? But I love her, and I'm not going to give up on her. And spirit never gives up on us. And it might be the same for somebody in your life. Right? Don't give up on the people that you love. Encourage them. Be an example to them. Okay, so I'm going to go do our reading. And I hope I have enough battery to do this. So, this is going to be a long one. And I want to say thank you to my friend Sandy for posting that picture of herself in a bathing suit. Because I don't know what age she is, but she's got to be the same age as me. And she's got the kids grown the same age as me, and she looked fantastic. And I don't care what you say. You can have plastic surgery done, right? You can have a tummy tuck. You can have all kinds of stuff. But those legs and those arms, they look like that because of the exercise that she does. Plastic surgery doesn't tighten the skin on your thighs. I don't care what anybody says. So get up and do something. right? And I did. And I just needed to get myself out of my rut again. I kept saying, you know, I love Sedona. That's what I love so much about Sedona. I want to go back because I hiked every single day. So this is just confirmation again to me. You're going there, Sherry. You're going there. It's beautiful. I went out every single day. It's not fun for me to walk up and down cement streets, you know, in traffic. It's not fun for me. I don't like that. It doesn't do anything for me, except for the exercise part. And if you're in a place like that and you have to do it, well, you got to do it that way, right? Check it out. Check it out that I put half the deck away. There's something that you have to put away, something that you have to leave behind. Sometimes you have to separate, right? This isn't working. I couldn't handle everything and I couldn't handle it all at one time, right? So I put half away. I keep doing this. This is telling me something. It's telling you guys something too. You can't do everything. You've got to drop some things and focus on what you can handle, right? Do this first, and then pick this up and do this. But don't expect yourself to do everything all at one time. I've got little hands. My hands are tiny. I can't hold these all together. It's hard for me, you know? So give yourself a little break now and then, you know? Take breaks during the day. Break things down into small pieces, small steps, right? You can't do it all at once. Maybe you're expecting so much of yourself. You're trying to do way too many things. You're trying to look at way too many things. It's overwhelming. So break it down into little steps. I don't like walking on cement in the streets. I like going and doing that in Sedona. I like it. I love it. So there's my decision. I got to go there. So I got to do whatever I need to do because I was vacillating. I was going back and forth. I've got to do whatever I need to do in order to get myself there, right? We don't have music on today. Where's my, oh, hold on, sorry. And I ran out of chia seeds, you know, as far as my skin. I ran out of chia seeds. Probably a week ago. The chia seeds is what I have in my water to keep me hydrated because I don't get enough water. I'm not hydrated enough. You know, I heard in my head so long ago when Lily was sick, my girl needs water. My girl needs water. And it might have been my twin saying it. It might have been me saying it about Lily. But the thing is, Lily is me. I needed water, and I never drink enough. So here I am with my water, with lemon in it, with chia seeds in it, because the chia seeds are filled with omega fatty acids. And they are like little water capsules that burst in, you know, time release capsules. And I was out. So when you know things work, get on it, right? Check this out. Two of air. Air represents words. So these two at loggerheads, right? Now, what's interesting to me is these two unicorns, they're twins, look at them, but one's a little different than the other. One's painted, one's not. So one's got scars. I call that beautiful, right? But some people may look at that and think that one's not as beautiful as the pure white one. Isn't that interesting? They both are harried. Their hair is wild. They're going through a lot. I'm looking at all kinds of things in this. You could look at other things. You could look at that and to me, I look at that paint and think, God, that's incredible looking, right? But maybe that paint is looking at that white unicorn thinking, God, I've got all these marks all over me, and that one's got such a beautiful coat. Okay. However, what's going on with these two is they're locking horns. Now, this could be you with your own mind, ego, your heart and your head, or it could be two people, unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending that there isn't a problem. Okay, there's a problem. We're locking horns. I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere, neither one's giving up. I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck. Are you going to Sedona or are you staying here? No, I'm going. I made my decision. But I've been locking my own horns, right? So you're struggling with a decision. You've got conflicting emotions about which way to go. I don't know. That guy's got all these scars. I mean, maybe he's kind of creepy. You know, I don't know if I trust this guy. Oh, look at this one. Thinks they're so perfect. I don't trust this one. Whatever it is. I want to quit my job. I hate my job. I fucking hate my job. You know? But I don't know what I want to do. I want to go study abroad, but I'm freaking terrified of actually going. So many people have written to me in the last few days about things that they were going to make decisions on, huge decisions. Right now, this is a time of huge decisions. We're in the gateway. This is time. This is it. It's here now. Maybe you're back and forth with somebody else in your family. I want to do this, and they're saying, "What are you, nuts?" Blah 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 blah. So you don't move. So you're stuck. Did you hear the crows? So there's confirmation on that. You want to do something, they're telling you no, you're stuck. Maybe you and your husband are arguing about something, on how to proceed on something. I don't know, whatever your decision is that you need to make, you're not making it. Could be just you, as I said. You're avoiding making the choice, right? You know intuitively what it is that you need and what it is that you want, but you're afraid to act. Why are you afraid? So break it down. Have faith in your own wisdom and in what you know is right for you. You know you hate your job. If you hate your job, you're not going to go do well at it. Maybe you're making a lot of money there, and maybe the job that you want to do is, you maybe you want to start up something on your own, and it's really it's half the pay. But I love it. I would have to downsize like big time. I'd have to move out of this place and get a smaller, maybe a studio like mine, right? But I'd be doing something I love. I love my work. I love what I do. And I love this studio. I don't need to have a bigger house as long as I get to do that I want to do. I could have stayed being a hairstylist, working in the barbershop. I had such a big clientele. It was guaranteed money all the time. I had a 5-bedroom house with a pool in a gated community. But all I did was go to work to pay for that house. And now, I live light and I can travel. Now, and I'm doing the work that I love. So right now, yes, I've been through stuff and it got slow and it got scary, but it's coming back again, right? I can handle myself as long as I downsize and I keep it light and I manage things. But I'm doing what I love. Yes, it's going to be scary to go to Europe for 2 years, away from your family and away from your friends. But you've been talking about it for months and months and months. You can keep thinking about it. If your mind keeps going back to something, you're meant to go. And once you do it, 2 years, it's over. And then you're back. And you don't even know what you're going to experience when you're there, because Europe is like the United States. There's countries next door like the States are here. And you're going to be hopping from country to country. It's amazing. When you travel, your mind opens up, your world opens up, right? And pretty soon, 2 years are going to be done. And then what? You're 90 years old and you look back and you never left. You stayed in that little peapot town, in that one classroom teaching, and you never did what you wanted to do because you were scared of being gone for 2 years, and now that's gone. Or, I've been in love with that person for 20 years and I've never gone there because my family says no. Or, I've stuck in this job and I wanted to do something else, but everybody thought it was crazy, and so I didn't do it. And now I can't do it. There's so many things. Have faith in yourself. Whether this is a stalemate between you and another person, or whether this is, or maybe you've been screwed over by people in the past, right? This guy screwed you over, or this girl screwed you over, or, so now there's somebody else that you're looking at. And you're like, I know, I've been there before, I know. I don't know if I trust you or not, so I'm not moving forward, but you really want to. You're drawn to them so much. But I've been hurt before and I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to let that happen. So then the years go by and you're alone and you're lonely and you watch everybody else doing things and with couples, and you sit, you got a great job, you make good money, you drive a great car. You can travel all over the place, but you're by yourself. Because you can't allow yourself to trust again. Because you can't open your heart up because you were hurt. You need to come to a compromise. If you need to find an impartial mediator to help you, do it. But somehow you've got to come to a resolution. You're overanalyzing the problem. Sherry, you're overanalyzing. Sedona is it. Just put your focus on it. That's where you're going. You'll figure it out. Stop overanalyzing. Or stop pretending that there's a problem. Stop pretending that you're okay with where you're at when you know you freaking hate it. Right? Maybe there's negotiations between you and somebody at work and you just are butting heads. And, this isn't your choice. Well, then you've got to find the mutual ground. What's the mutual ground that you can come to so that you can come to some kind of an agreement? Maybe you need to back down and take somebody else's perspective into mind. Maybe this isn't your time to push forward with the idea that you have. This one's horn is bent. You notice that? This one's got a straight horn, and this one's bent. This one's thinking, this one's so perfect, and they're beautiful. Look at their gorgeous hair and their beautiful white glistening coat. Right? And this one is thinking, God, look at that straight, shiny, perfect horn, and mine's bent. Right? We see, and this one's so much longer than this one. We never see ourselves the way others see us. This one's got, look at the shape of its jaw. This one looks like it's a man, and this one looks like it's a female. And they're both looking down. They're not proud of themselves either. And Spirit's looking at this thinking, look at that beautiful mane that you both have. It's incredible. Look at your jaw. Look at your delicate, beautiful little face. Look at the white, glistening horns that you guys have. Look at your strong bodies. Why are you not proud of what I've given you? Why are you beating yourself up? Look at the forest around you. Look at the stars around you. It's not all about this. Look at the lightning bugs. Look at the billion flashes of inspiration that you both have. You've got such ability and strength. Why don't you stop fighting? Why don't you work together? Right? Whether you have to stop fighting with each other or with yourself. This is going to be the world's longest reading. Another thing I'm going to talk about, swearing. There's a reader that I listen to. She's hysterical. She swears like a trucker. And people are always preaching at her. And I was talking to my friend Caitlin about her. And I said, you know what I like about her? You don't have to do things the same as everybody else does things. And it's okay if you swear. She says, you know what? I fucking swear. My mom fucking swears. My kids fucking swear. It's just the way I do it. You don't like it? You can go somewhere else. Look at that, butting heads. You don't like it? Go somewhere else. And I said, you know what? There's a place for everybody in this world. She's good at what she does. And she's real, and that's how she is. So maybe there's somebody in your life who doesn't have the best language, who speaks that way. Maybe you're rough around the edges. You're not comfortable going and listening to this mamby-pamby, sweet little innocent, all purity reader or preacher or whatever. You're real. So maybe when you go and you listen to someone like that, you don't feel bad about yourself. This is who I am. I don't think that there's a problem saying that word sometimes. I don't think there's a problem saying that word all the time. But if I have to go and listen to somebody who's constantly saying that it's bad, I already feel bad enough about myself. I don't need you to make me feel worse, right? So when I go and I listen to somebody who's real, somebody who tells it the way it is and who's honest about who they are, and, some people say to me, you shouldn't talk about your private life. You shouldn't tell people personal things like that. That's not okay. But you know what? This is how I teach. I can only tell you what Spirit gives me and how I've learned and the lessons that I'm getting as I move along. If I speak about me, I'm not going to speak about you, right? This is my life. And so if you see me living my life and you watch what I do and how I go through, if I present myself as a perfect, I got this before. My friend Tony that ended up dating me, he didn't want to date me because he thought I was, he thought I was a goody two-shoes. He didn't think that I would be able to handle his past and what kind of a person he had been and what he had done. And I was like, wow, really? Because I was so cautious and so careful to present myself. I didn't want to offend anybody. But in the end, I almost didn't have the opportunity of being with this wonderful person for the short amount of time that I was with him because he didn't think I could handle the truth of who he was. So now maybe you guys see who I really am, I am a very moral person. I'm a very loyal person. And I can be a lady. I'm a lady most of the time. But I can also swear like a fucking trucker when it wants to come out. And I don't have a problem with it. And if you have a problem with it, you don't have to listen to me either. I'm here to be real and to show other people that it's okay to be the real you. Right? Wow, how many times have we gotten this message? And I'm going to take it because I'm going to give you something. The page of fire. Fire always represents, if you want to talk about the tarot, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. All right? It's the fiery energy. The page represents a young one, generally. But it could also represent a youthful attitude, right? So here we have the Page of Fire. This could represent a person in your life, or this could represent a situation. So as a person, this one is outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. She swears, right? Optimistic, exhilarating, effervescent, cheeky. Sometimes she says things that other people, maybe she'll embarrass you. Maybe she embarrassed her mom because she talked too much. Or maybe he, made a joke and it went flat. He thought it was funny. Come on, that was funny. Maybe it came out sideways and he embarrassed people. Whatever. This person has got gifts. This person knows how to create and manifest with the magic that they have within them. However, are they feeling bad about themselves or keeping themselves cloaked? Right? Think about that too. They've got their dragon behind them. They're supported by their dragon. They may not know that they have their dragon behind them. That may be spirit behind you, shielding you and cloaking you, right? But it's there, full force, completely shielding and protecting you. Enabling you and showing you, you've got the ability to do this. You don't have to hide behind your cloak. So what that you have all that? You've got an amazing side. You've got a lot of amazing things about you, right? You're outgoing, you're creative, you're confident, you're optimistic, you're fun, you're bubbly. Yeah, sometimes you do things sideways. Sometimes you mess up, right? But you've got all of this going for you. So embrace it. Take the cloak off. Allow the world to see who you are, right? Use your originality and your ingenuity to create. There's a place for you in this world. There's a place for everybody in this world. Tap into your intuitive powers and connect to the energy that's there and recognize the support that you have behind you and go for it. Create, right? You're able to make things happen. Now, take about it a different way. Forget anything negative. Maybe this person is just freaking awesome. Maybe they got a cloak on because it's cold outside, right? Interesting. I always see the world. There's Greece behind there, water, there's travel, except for these trees are different. This is more like on the northern coast of California. Definitely connected to their intuitive self, right? The goddess energy. Also, as a female, maybe you're very much connected to your nurturing energy, which is the goddess energy. This is about believing in yourself. This is about a creative project that you are bringing to life, right? It also, as a situation, talks about a new situation that's coming your way. New opportunities that are coming your way. They're flying towards you, right? And Spirit is telling you to embrace it. Go for it. Whatever it is. We've been talking about whatever it is that you want. That opportunity's in front of you. Freaking take it. Right? You're ready for this. It might be challenging. There's a lot of fire there, Passion, aggression, challenges. You may need to call upon your dragon to do this. You may need to put that shield, that cloak about you to do this, but you've got what it takes. Spirit's telling you you've got what it takes. Go ahead and dazzle people. Show them what you have. Step into your power and believe in yourself and be yourself. And if this is a young one in your life, wow, encourage them, support them like this dragon. Be there for them and let them know how freaking amazing they are, how wonderful they are. Encourage them to travel the world. Go to Europe. Go do that, Caitlin. Go study abroad. Listen to your intuitive self. You know you've got it covered. Spirit's got your back. Spread your wings and go. Do it. You are so freaking gifted. Encourage people to follow their dreams, and do this yourself. One more, and then we're out. And you know what? I don't swear all the time. I sometimes do it just to make a point. Truthfully, I did that today. When I was saying all that today just now, I did it to make a point because it came up this morning. And I thought, people get judged a lot, And you know what they say, somebody standing there covered in tattoos, piercings, foul mouth, drink. But they're the sweetest, most loving, generous, kind, helpful person on the planet. And then you've got this beautiful, gorgeous, delicate, religious, standing, you know, little thing standing there, and she's the most vicious, slandering, gossiping, nasty little bitch you ever saw. But she goes to church every Sunday. She's got a knife behind her back, and the other one's got the flowers, right? We've all seen it, but it's the truth. It's the truth. So don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge a person by their past, because we all have a past. We've all done things that have messed up. We've all done things that we wish we hadn't. Some things are really bad. There are people that have murdered others. There are people that have stolen. There are people that have been into jail for fraud, for ripping people off, done horrible, evil things in their life. And they've gone and they've done their time, and now they've come out, and they can't get a job anywhere. No one wants anything to do with them. What are you supposed to do? They've moved forward. They've recognized, and they've changed their life. You judge people by what their walk in their walk. Walk your walk, talk your talk, right? That's how you look at people. Not from what happened in the past, but where they are now moving forward. Oh my gosh. Didn't I talk about the magician yesterday? I said I was the magician's assistant. So here we see the magician. Yeah, I want to make sure that I have this. Do I have this turned the right way? I do. Oh, Lord. Okay, so the magician, Archangel Raziel, the color purple. Look at the lilies in the field, the white lilies. The lilies are important. Look at the lightning going from his rod. Woo! And then from his hand, he's commanding the electricity. Dang. The number 1, it's right at the beginning, right? It's right at the beginning, starting something new. So this is you. You are the magician of your life. I said yesterday that I was the magician's assistant. I'm the magician. I'm the magician. I'm gonna give you guys, hold on a second. The lily flower, meaning the white. I know we talked about lily extensively yesterday. We talked about the tiger lily, right? My baby girl. But the white lilies, they're the anniversary, second anniversary flower. They're also, they symbolize the soul of the departed ones. They also talk about received innocence, restored innocence after death. Now that's interesting to me. They also speak of humility and devotion, right? But I find the interesting, what I just spoke about a moment ago about, you know, when you may have done something really horrible, and now you're trying to move forward in your life, and you're still worried that you won't be forgiven, or maybe you won't forgive yourself, right? Or worried what others think. But the white lilies represent restored innocence after death. Now think about death. The death is a death of the old way. It's over. It's done. You can't take it back. It's over. This is a restored innocence. You have been forgiven. You're moving forward. We have to forgive ourselves and move forward. If you want to if you are sorry, if you are repentant of what you've done and you change your life and you do things differently, you're forgiven. We have to forgive and move forward, right? All of us. We have to forgive others. We have to forgive ourselves. So that's why in front of you here, that comes up. The magician has look how many are there, restored innocence. Maybe you've done a lot of shitty things in your life, but you have been forgiven. You have been forgiven. You're moving forward in your life. And now you're going to take control of all your faculties. You're going to take control of your mind and the gifts that Spirit has given you. And you're going to channel it. You're going to call on it from your spirit guides. You're going to call on it. You know, if you're a Reiki master, call in your healing hands. The white lilies also symbolize chastity and virtue. Right? This is about pureness, the whiteness, the white. It's also about coming clean, telling the truth, right? So maybe you've done a bunch of shitty things in the past. Maybe you're the one that's caused all of this chaos. But you need to come now and speak your truth. Own up to what you've done so that you can be forgiven. And then step into the magic of what's waiting for you. Okay, I'm looking at that. Now, you've got the resources and the ability to manifest whatever you need. Spirit's telling us we can't get louder than we've been getting this. For this month, I swear to God, we're ready, right? There is magic everywhere, and you are commanding this magic. You are drawing on Spirit. Intention is look at the abundance, the figure 8, the infinity symbol above his head, and then the halo. That means abundance of knowledge, abundance of truth, abundance of love, abundance of gifts, abundance of energy, You have an abundance, an overflowing coming to you. You have the ability to pull that towards you. You can call on that, right? Whether this is a new project that you're meant to do, any doubts that you have about manifesting what you want, it's now for you to leave that behind, right? The more self-confidence that you have, the more success you'll have. Fake it till you make it. People don't know that you're shaking. They can't see your knees shaking, right? And spirit, call upon spirit. This one is calling upon everyone. I'm doing something with someone right now. He's taken my pictures and he's an artist, and he's taking my pictures and using my energy and moving it in as a light body into this course that he's teaching. It's really cool, actually. And in order to do this, there's an intention that goes into the pictures. Him and me, we put an intention in this to manifest. And he says to me, you know, it won't work unless you believe in it. And I said, I do believe in it. Intention is 98% of action. So if you don't believe that spirit is there to help you, you're not going to get the help. If you don't believe that you can do it, it's not going to happen. I believe that I can bring the skin back on my face. I can get that crepey skin to go away. I can get that back because it happened quickly. It isn't just about age. I can reverse that. If I trust in that and I believe that, I believe I can make it happen. Whatever you need to believe in, it's your intention. You have to trust. Believe that spirit's got your back, even though you can't see it. Remember, you may not realize that you're standing here with those huge freaking angel wings. Look at the wings coming out of this magician. This person may not even realize and see the size of those wings that we can see. The ability to fly. Those are glorious wings. Oh my God, they're amazing. Look at the power emanating from your hands. You may not even realize how you affect people and how you affect the world around you. This is going out into the collective. Throughout the entire world, you're sending that energy out, right? Maybe you don't feel ready to move forward, but you are more ready than you realize. You are prepared. Look at the jewels adorning you. The wisdom that you've collected. This is your staff of strength and wisdom. The jewels represent the wisdom that you've collected through all the trials that you've been through. Look at all these trials and challenges that you've overcome. If you're able to forgive yourself and move forward, it's just in abundance. Yes, there's challenges and there's lightning flashing and there's, cloudy skies up there. But these life experiences that you've been through, they've taught you what you needed to know and trained you for this time in your life to move forward. You don't need to take any more classes. I don't take classes. Spirit teaches me through my dreams, through my experiences. I don't do things the way other people do things, and I don't care about doing it the way other people do it. I do it my way. We take a little bit from what we see from other people, and we put it in all together, and we mash it all up, and we do it our own self, our own way. That's what makes it unique, right? None of us are the same. You don't need to be taught by someone else how to do what you have in your head and in your heart that you want to do. Go out and do it your own way. This is time to walk through the doors that Spirit said. Walk through. This is the gateway. Doors that maybe were closed before, they're open now. It's now. Now is the time. They want you to take focused action. Look at him pointing. He's focusing on something there. Directing my energy towards that. I want this to happen. My intention is for this to happen. I want peace. These are peace lilies. I want peace to come to this situation. I want to come back together and I want to figure things out and I want to straighten things out. My intention is that we come to a resolution and we move forward. My intention is that I find the perfect place. You got 2 cats. Nobody wants to rent you a place with 2 cats. They've got a beautiful house. They don't want a cat. What if it ruins it? I'm going to find the perfect place where cats are welcome because I'm not going anywhere without my cats. You can't do this if you've got cats. You're going to have to leave them behind. No, I don't. I won't leave them behind. They're going with me, and I will find the perfect place. That's my intention, right? So whatever plans that you have in front of you, stay focused, take action, and start taking those action steps. Call on your spiritual team. Call on your soul family. Call in favors. Call everything before you and call everything inside of you. Call your animal messengers to give you the strength. Call upon the phoenix to help you rise. Call upon the natural elements to give you that vigor and that strength. I got to tell you right now, I am on freaking fire. I don't feel tired right now. I could probably go back out and do another 3 miles right now. Because when I talk about this, when I speak this way, I encourage myself. I recognize that, you know what? Look how old this guy is. He's doing all of this now. He's not a young person. This guy's got a long gray beard and long gray hair. He's like 65, maybe 70 years old. And he's standing there with all of the wisdom and wealth and the ability. Maybe he's just doing it now. We are never too late. As long as you are standing, it's not too late. As long as you got a breath in me, it's not too late. Every day we get to wake up and start again. This person is standing on their feet, right? They've got health enough to stand, so use what you've got. Maybe you've got a gray hair, gray beard, you know, you're wrinkled, your face is wrinkled up, and underneath this cloak, I don't have that tight body like that I used to have. But I've got wisdom, and I've got experience, and I've got passion, and I've got vision, and I have deep love inside of me. I know that I can affect change because I feel deeply by all the experiences that I've been through in my life. These wrinkles show you the worry and the stress and the concern that I've had for so many. My face is wrinkled like this because I've been so concerned. I've cared. Who cared that that one fell? Who cared that that one was suffering? I did. I cared so much it turned my beard white. It turned my hair white. It's like Moses when he went up to get the 10 Commandments and he came back. He'd turned white. Never look down upon aged people. There's wisdom in gray hair. Be proud of it. Have a good day.